On the 16th of July 2024, outside Begum Rokeya University in Rangpur, Bangladesh, a student was shot and killed by police officers during a protest. His name was Abu Saeed. The July protests started as a mass student demonstration across Bangladesh in response to the government's decision to reinstate a quota system for public sector jobs. Frustrated with the inequality and diminishing economic opportunities, protesters called for a reformed quota structure. Led by students, these protests expanded to encompass widespread frustration with the Bangladeshi government. Abu Saeed was at the forefront of these protests.
এখানে আমরা অনুষ্ঠান করতে সমাবেশ করতেছি এখানে কোনো প্রকার আমাদের সাধারণ শিক্ষার্থী বিশৃঙ্খলা করে নাই কিন্তু ওনারা আসার কারণে এই বিশৃঙ্খলা হয়েছে এই দায়ভার সাধারণ শিক্ষার্থীদের না
Abu Saeed was killed 3 days after this interview. Following his death, Bangladesh's Prime Minister at the time, Sheikh Hasina, denied the state's responsibility.
Abu Saeeder গায়ে রাবার বুলেট লেগেছে পুলিশ কখনো মেটাল বুলেট ব্যবহার করে নাই সব রাবার বুলেট
Across a number of interviews, Hasina claimed Abu Saeed was killed by a rock thrown by protesters. Police had only rubber bullets during the incident, and Abu Saeed's fellow protesters took 4 to 5 hours to take him to the hospital. Together with DRIK Picture Library in Dhaka, Forensic Architecture conducted a visual analysis to investigate the circumstances and claims surrounding Abu Saeed's death. His killing was documented by several cameras. Camera 1, Camera 2, Camera 3, Camera 4. The duration of the footage is marked on this timeline. We synchronized these cameras and located them within our 3D reconstruction of the site. Footage from Camera 1, a CCTV camera near the entrance of Begum Rokeya University, provided an uninterrupted recording of the event around Gate 1. At 2:12 p.m., we observe protesters visible on the street outside the gate, and police can be seen surrounding the university gate, using it as a base. An officer fires his weapon towards protesters just off camera. Witnesses report that he was firing at Abu Saeed, who appears on camera moments later. He walks in the direction of the gate, and police officers begin to surround him. Throughout the beating, Abu Saeed can be seen with his hands up. From a closer vantage point, a photojournalist captured a sequence of still images clearly showing Abu Saeed with a bamboo stick in one hand and his arms raised. He is assaulted by at least 5 officers, and he does not attempt to use his stick. The police officers then move back into the university. Over a minute after the beating, blood is visible on the back of his neck. Then, more police officers move into the university. At 2:15 p.m., a protester on a megaphone speaker appeals to the police not to shoot at them. Just over a minute later, protesters surge forward and force open the gate to their university. Immediately afterwards, officers move forward with firearms drawn, and protesters begin to withdraw, but Abu Saeed remains in his position. This police officer charges forward, aims his weapon, and takes the first shot. We modeled the positions of the police officer and Abu Sayyid and found the shot was fired from a distance of 14.2 meters. The weapon is a 12-gauge shotgun. And the shotgun cartridge is visible on the floor around the officers. This cartridge matches the type of weapon used and is likely the same kind that was fired from the gun that shot Abu Sayyid. Each cartridge contains lead birdshot and holds approximately 360 pellets per shell and is prescribed by international human rights conventions, directly contradicting Sheikh Hasina's claim that rubber bullets were used. According to a UN report on the protests, the physician's own examination of the medical evidence, including photos of the body, found shotgun wounds with at least 40 metal pellets on the right side of his chest and 50 on the left. The ground was also scattered with empty tear gas shell casings, indicating the use of multiple weapons. According to the police regulations of Bengal, an order to fire upon a crowd should be regarded as an extreme measure. Abu Sayyid was standing still, baring his chest and exposing his vulnerability. This heat map shows just how isolated he was from the rest of the protesters. By the time Abu Sayyid was shot, the crowd had already dispersed, and no warning was given before live fire was used. In this camera from Jamuna TV, we can clearly see that Abu Sayyid was isolated and not part of a crowd when he was shot. Furthermore, footage from the moment Abu Sayyid was first shot captures the imprint of the shot on his t-shirt. By tracing the extent of its spread, we can then ascertain the trajectory of the first shot. Six seconds after, two officers take aim. The second shot is fired at 2:17 and 26 seconds. The third shot follows just immediately after. We also reconstructed the trajectories of the second and third shots. Shot 2, Shot 3, Abu Sayyid is then captured in this film on the other side of the road with blood visible on his face. He then collapses and is taken to the hospital by protesters at 2:18 p.m. According to his death certificate, he was brought dead to the hospital at 3:05 p.m., 47 minutes after he was carried to hospital. This directly contradicts the Prime Minister's claim that protesters took 4 to 5 hours to get him to the hospital. We were able to confirm that 2 of the 3 shots hit Abu Sayyid. The first hit his abdomen. The second is likely to have also hit his abdomen. And the third shot hit his face. Our analysis shows that Abu Sayyid was a victim of a deliberate extrajudicial killing by the police. Our findings also refute the claims that Abu Sayyid was struck by rubber bullets or killed by a rock thrown by protesters. Abu Sayyid's killing came to symbolize Sheikh Hasina's brutal repression of the protest movement. She resigned her position and fled Bangladesh on the 5th of August. In honor of the July protests, the day became known as the 36th of July, 2024.